What up, Wheatfield? What it do? Welcome back to the Wheatfield, y'all. Welcome to you. I'm trying to get all of this stuff set up right, and it just feels like, I don't know, everything is all over the place right now. I've been feeling a little bit shook pretty much all day. And, yeah, last night message was really, really heavy. It went up earlier today, 6:29. 23 when we posted it, but it was done on 6:28 late in the evening, and the spirit actually had me cut out a portion of the message for sensitivity. Couple of things, so y'all will see it cut off a little bit abruptly. We tried to do a decent place where the spirit said cut it, Ashe, so we had to cut it. But hopefully you guys are, can get through the ending of it. Welcome back to the Wheatfield. My wheat, what it do? Welcome back to the Wheatfield. Welcome to you. If you new, hi, come on in. Welcome to the Wheatfield. Welcome to you. I've been on that water thing today, so we getting it in. But I'm just saying, drink you some water, water your dreams, water you, nourish your system, all of that good stuff. Don't forget to offer it. If that's, something that resonate with you, offer your first and your last up. I feel a couple of energies, and we just did a little bit of our, singing bowl, practicing on how to make it sing, also that, and also to clear the energy. Like I was saying, that message from last night was really, 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 really thick. It was really sensitive, and it was a lot. Like I said, so much that we actually had to cut it because, you know, some things came out in the read, and I read them, and Spirit said, "Shh, you can't say them because we don't want, you know." folks to be at risk in any kind of way. We just don't. So we cut it. But I did feel like that. I still feel that, yeah, my foot is shaking, like that anxiety, like that nervousness, like when your foot just starts shaking back and forth, like that. I do. And I feel a sense of grief. I feel a sense of uncertainty. I feel a sense of distrust and mistrust. I feel a sense of somebody that just doesn't know what to believe. Like, really. And if you go through a lot of what was read last night, you will, it's very reasonable that you will come out with a supreme sense of distrust, right? Not only distrust of self and spirit, but also other people. Yes, I do. Ooh, my scapula is hurting. I feel like, yeah, I feel like, somebody was having a wings cut off. Like, if you are some sort of angel or fallen angel, like if you have fallen from grace, that having your wings removed or something like that. And I definitely went through a lesson in just trusting in the spirit and learning, like, the multiple ways that the spirit will grow you. Like, another way that the spirit will grow you, to show you how to trust and to lean into faith no matter what you see, Ashe, no matter what you see, no matter what you hear, to stay faithful, to stay obedient. And we've been having some really deep conversations about why there's a sense of what I'm feeling. I don't, if you can't trust your spirit to tell you something true, that means that you don't trust you. Right. And if you don't trust you, then it's hard to trust anything or anyone around you. And I believe like I'm being taken on a journey to learn something. And I feel like it's the learning for compassion, for connectivity. It is a trusting in timing. I feel the ticking. Divine timing for all things. Rejection for your protection. Yes. So I feel like, if you are a person that was trusting and hoping and waiting for something and it didn't go the way that you thought it should, then, or what you believed that you heard, like, yes, have faith on that. That's the seed. Plant that seed, water that seed with your faith and with your hope, and keep your focus on it. Keep it in your vision. Keep it in your sight, in the forefront, like you can see it in your spiritual eye to hold that spot. And what happens when it doesn't come through? Like, that's your manifestation, right? And you are held to it. But for some reason, it didn't happen. It didn't come through. And you were sure that it was. Like you heard the Spirit say, yep, that's it. That's for you. That's what's going to be delivered. And you hold to it. And then something happens and it doesn't happen. How do you respond to that? What do you do? I hear return to self, dig into your faith, and stay planted, stay rooted. All things are for the source to amend, rescind, reorganize, regroup, recall for the good of you is what I hear. And if that be the case, then you're gonna have some issues. You're gonna have some intrepidation. How do I know what's real? How do I know it's true? Right? I love you now as I loved you then. Then death changes nothing. So the source loves us, wants the best for us. And just because something ends doesn't mean that the love ends. It doesn't. It means that what we wanted may not have been the best for us, and that there's something better. And me working in the spirit, testimony to Terrell, it's like, okay, you tell me a thing and I trust on it, I believe it, right? That is just it. And like everybody else, grief is like the ocean. Sometimes it's rough and even overwhelming, and other times it's calm and peaceful. We have grief, and it's because something didn't go as you expected. You could be praying for something to be healed. You could be praying for something to be revealed or delivered. And you have a strong sense, yes, it's going to happen, it's going to happen, it's going to happen. And then if it doesn't, will you lose faith? We don't lose faith. But it did have me deal with feelings of mistrust. Right? Because the word shall show itself approved. It shall. And yeah, I see foundation, achievements, and success. If you are expecting a success and a victory to come in a certain way, and that's what you believe on, that's what you've heard in your spirit, you're trusting it, and it doesn't happen, how do you deal with that? Do you lose faith? Do you turn away? Do you give up? Or do you dig in? Do you realize that what did not materialize was for your own good because there's something better? Is it an opportunity for you to trust and do exactly what you did. To say, oh, I heard you and I'm going to believe it. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. I'm going to hold my faith and I'm going to keep it right there and just keep practicing it. Could be. Third eye chakra. And the power of your intuition. Yeah, challenged. Strong challenge, I feel. Positive movement and shadow self and the authority. And then look, throat chakra is here. I feel like, you know, the source always speaks to us. And that's the truth. Right? Wants to bring us to clarity. And I don't know if this is making sense for anybody. Anybody who's gone through this, I'm sure you'll resonate. It'll resonate for somebody. But I see trapped in fear. Like you have to start to believe somewhere, right? So that you can do this, so that you can move on. And trust that that abundance, those blessings are going to flow into you. That you're going to move out of the dark and into the light. And what you need will flow in. It will come in. And I feel like this person, I don't know what they have in their hand. But it either feels like a key or a compass. I feel like key, even if I can't see that that's a key. That's what I feel like. Like they found the key to moving on, to moving forward. And in that key, I feel like it's unlocking the blessings. And I don't know, y'all. I just feel like there's a lot of up and downs with reestablishing this foundation. But I feel like foundation and achievements are going to come, but it's a challenge right now. Maybe things are still being worked out. Maybe you just need to trust that everything is going to work out. Even if it's not what you originally thought. Maybe even if what you heard in your spirit turned out to be something different, like maybe plans shifted, and the infinite intelligence can use anything it wants to in order to bring a lesson. Again, the source operating in every capacity. Fertility and obstacles. Again, these obstacles that are put in our way, that are created by the intelligence, are to teach us something. Teach us something that about, I believe in how to hold on in faith, how to operate in faith. You know, again, like I said, are you going to continue to practice on your faith and hold that, okay, well, that one didn't work? Because every divine inspiration that you get doesn't always pan out. It has the potential to, but that doesn't mean that it's going to, right? Everything in divine timing. And you may need to just wait a little bit longer. Maybe it is to ignite your passion and to increase your spiritual strength, because that's in a challenge. Again, the ability to believe that you will triumph. Maybe you're just trapped in fear. And that spirit comes to help you balance things out. Again, issues created. The infinite intelligence can create all things. The alpha can create anything, right? Anything can be born. Because somebody seriously is trapped in fear. You know, maybe it's helping you to balance things out. And while you're waiting, somebody is definitely afraid. You know, what is the outcome going to be? Am I going to be safe? Is everything going to be okay? Can I trust what I'm hearing? Can I trust what I'm feeling? And it definitely makes you dig in. Somebody has a destiny that is being worked out. And maybe there's just some conflict and defeat coming against you on your pathway to your destiny. I'm feeling Job, right? Like Job had a good relationship with the source, and there were things that were allowed to come in. So what Job was expecting was quite different than what Job was experiencing. Was experiencing the woes and the sickness and the loss and the death. Like, it was so much going on. But Job stayed faithful despite what Job was seeing, right? Held on to his faith. Because again, Job had a destiny. And in order to be strengthened on the way to the destiny, again, passion ignited, you had to increase the hope, right? And to see what would Job do. Again, passion ignited, increase the wisdom. So we saw increased hope, increased wisdom, right? All of these are tests, ways to see how you will respond. And look what we just got, flew out on the floor. You want this one too? How you will respond while you're going through this transformation. We see heartache and loss fell down in the reverse because maybe, you know, you're healing. Heartache and loss being over with or from the past, right? A lot of heartache and loss in the past. And you are trying to begin something new. And the intelligence is working that out. The alpha has called for something new. Called for a new beginning for you. And it's going to be destined, like it's destined to come in, right? Both of them out. Destined to come in. And you are fearful about going through this transformation. Again, trying to figure out, am I hearing the good and righteous thing? Am I believing in the right way? Reestablishing hope. Reigniting or increasing your hope. Increasing that wisdom. Increasing your lumens. Increasing your light. And it takes a lot of trust and faith to do that. Faith in self. Faith in the spirit. You know, what is being called, right, and bringing in both energies, the balancing, right? But I feel that accelerated motion, like things are starting to happen, or maybe you are concerned about the timing, but because I saw the waiting game underneath there, but things are picking up. There's some activity that you don't see. There's truth. But behind that truth is some sort of disruption, right? There's obstacles. There's challenges. There are things that are not going the way that you initially anticipated for them to go. Maybe, you know, you just knew you were going to get that job opportunity and it fell through. You just knew that you were going to get, you know, whatever the case may be. And your spirit is saying, yes, yes, we have faith, we have faith, we have faith. And then it didn't come through, right? There's something that needs either to be sacrificed or let go of. And I feel that that's the fear. To let go of the fear. Passion ignited and hope. That was what I slid up underneath the bottom. Again, these two. To grow your hope, I believe. Sacrifice the fear and increase your hope. Because somebody is definitely going around and around and around and around with something. Probably that emotional loss or feeling at a loss. But all of it, I believe, is to strengthen your foundation. Strengthen your foundation. Crown chakra. Strengthen your foundation, partnerships and alliances. How you partner in the spirit. And I think that's what these disruptions come. New beginnings, but there's a disruption before you get there. I feel like there is movement, again, choices, opportunities, a lot of different pathways that you could take, and the universe knows which one to do it. And I think maybe we are challenged by how the universe is going to bring in this success. But the advice is to stand your ground. Don't give in. Don't give up, because whatever is destined for you is fated. And we have fates lined up from the pre-shuffle. You got base chakra, and there's mental conflict, financial changes, plans. Rest and rejuvenate is here, because there is motion happening. Yeah. Foundation and achievements wanted to speak again. Your foundation is probably really shaken. Yeah, base chakra. There's some base chakra interruption going on, like that instinctual, what did I say, instinct, like your awareness of how this success is going to come in. There's some interruption in your base chakra. You could be under spiritual attack. You know, you could have, and I was feeling spiritual attack, and I even asked the spirit if we should get out the Art of War deck, and we didn't. But I feel like, you know, again, your intuition and the authority, partnering with the Father, with the Source, the Alpha and Omega, the Alpha and Omega, that which calls and that which decrees. It's something going on with your intuition. Suffering in silence is here, and victory and success. I heard suffer in silence to get to your success. Or suffering in silence while you're working to get to your success. Like maybe you need to work in silence. Maybe you don't talk to anybody, don't say anything to anybody. You know, just... Which one? Material harvest. This is what you're working on, waiting on. So work in silence while this is being manifest. Because you never know who will pray against you. You just don't know who will pray against you. You know, others may not believe the way that you do. They don't. Is it others? Like, keep it on a hush and just let the spirit show you. I believe the right thing, the right opportunity is going to come to you at the right opportune time. And even if you get discouraged, yeah, what did I say? Even if you get discouraged, you know, dig into what you know. You know the spirit is true, and we know that the spirit can work in uncertain ways. Ways that are unknown to us. It's a mystery. We have no idea why things are syncopated the way that they are. And we just have to trust that what is for us will come. It will come. And that's something that can't be denied. Your destiny cannot be denied. It cannot. Yeah, recognition and reward is here. What's for you will come. Your destiny cannot be denied. It's done, it's written. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's sealed. It's been sealed. And I feel 7, introspection, like to know it from the inside out that your fate is sealed. To know it in your solar, that enlightened space, to know it, that the authority has sealed it. It has already been spoken. It has been written. When the source spoke it, it was written. And that leads you to spiritual strength and victory. But be careful about who you let know about your dreams and ambitions, because it's people that may not want you to come together with it. I mean, come together in self, another person, or whatever. Just stand your ground. Stand your ground and know that what has spoken cannot be defeated. It cannot. This right here cannot stand against what has been spoken over your life. And to be firmly rooted and fixed in what you do know is the thing. Because it's going to come together. Harmony is going to come together. Anything else? No. Leave it, leave it, leave it, leave it, leave it. You want this? Flip it over. Look at it. You just have to wait. A waiting game. And that waiting could be a mother. Okay? And especially, like I said, you've been waiting and waiting and waiting and hoping and wishing and praying, and you see stuff and you have the inspiration and you do what you've been told to do, and you know, it's like it's not happening for me, and you know, starting to lose faith and lose hope. You know, don't lose faith. Hold on to your mustard seed. Just know and believe that what is for thee will be. You want this one? Yeah, what is for thee will be. Believe. You will get to your destiny, to that milk and honey. You will. The story is not finished. There's more. And it might be something that you just don't know about. It's already been spoken and it's already been written. But you need to have faith. Have faith no matter what you see. Have faith no matter what twists and turns come up. What obstacles, you know, come in. This, yeah, never-ending story. You feel like it's a never-ending story. Like this isn't going to end. Like, when is it going to end? I'm waiting to be unlocked, to have my heart unlocked, to release myself, being trapped in fear and anxiety and not knowing. But I feel like, again, be mindful. It's something about the community. Something about the community. It's something about the people around you. It's something about keeping it quiet. Keeping it quiet. Keeping this quiet. Keeping it quiet. I feel like this person literally just bust out of a shell. Everything is being pulled together though. It's being mended. Something is being brought together. And that's a 7. Look at the 7. Everything is being brought together. Because it may be other things in the background that you just don't see. Like Job didn't know that the Most High had allowed that adversary to come in. But Job needed to stay poised throughout everything, right? All while this whole thing was happening, to stay poised, to stay collected, connected, to stay connected in the spirit, to know, to just know that what is for you is going to come. No peace like home is here. We have to be fair and just is here. And a change is coming. There's a change. A change is coming. And I feel, okay, so on that moving on card, where'd it go? It's down in here. But that person was standing there and they were moving on and they were stepping out into the light. And that person in the light was like those leaves coming in. I feel this. I feel the leaves. Like this change while things in the future are changing. And this is like whatever this abundance is from this change, these leaves are flowing towards whoever is moving on. Like that is the abundance that's flowing. Where is that card? Because I really want to show y'all what I'm feeling right now, what I am intuitively reading. Wow, I promise you I believe that we had put it down here. Maybe we didn't. Maybe we put it back in the deck. We could have. But, yeah. Just know that what has been spoken over you will be. It will. Maybe there's just something else that needs to happen. And that needs to happen is happening. And it's happening now. Or it will be happening soon. I just want to find this card so I can show y'all what I'm feeling. Because I just feel like it's important to the message. And I thought, here it is. I have to keep that one. So, hopefully you guys will get me when you see it. You will resonate. So, yeah. This is what I'm seeing. So I feel like these leaves right here that's blowing is what is these leaves that's coming into you. Like there's a change that's happening in another space, another arena, another community, another area, and it's going to have an impact towards you. Is that right? Yes. Put that back. Right now, breathe. Because again, the fates was sitting there and now it's back. Like, whatever is fated for you will be. You just need to breathe and stay poised as it's being delivered. Like, don't lose yourself. Yeah, because there's a fork in the road right here. Right before you get to this blessing. So don't lose yourself, right? Don't feel left out because what you thought was going to be presented in a specific way didn't come in that particular way. It still will come. It's still in the hands of the Most High. The intelligence is still working things out. Maybe there's some other chaos and conflict that's going on that needs to be dealt with, that needs to be resolved. And that could be a part of, you know, the fork. Maybe there's some things in you that are being revealed. Again, that raising and increasing your wisdom, raising and increasing your hope, igniting a passion in some sort of way, and rejection for your protection, right? It will make you feel like, you know, oh, are you going to go, woe is me, or are you going to say, well, that wasn't for me, and we move on to the next opportunity? Yes, that chaos and conflict will show you what is either out of alignment, what you need to line up by the book, what needs to be strengthened, where you need to kind of strengthen self, like strengthen, come to balance in this scenario. And that's the gift. That's the gift. That is what's inside the chaos and the conflict. Unlocking another part of you. Unlocking another level of wisdom. Deepening your intuition. Deepening your trust. Deepening your faith. Will you remain trusting and faithful despite the adversity? Despite not receiving what you thought you were going to get, are you going to be okay with it? Will you stay connected? Will you stay loyal? Or will you give in to the chaos and conflict and turn away and go a different way? Hold on to your mustard seed. Rest. Because whatever it is that you are looking for, that you're waiting for, it is coming. It will come. It shall come. Rest, serendipity. There's some things that are still being cleaned up. And it could be your perception. How you see things. How you perceive things. So be flexible in how your gift, this exchange, comes in. Be flexible in it. Be flexible in how you exchange. Yes, you want this one. Again, this was in the pre-shuffle Destiny. We saw 2 Destiny cards come out with the Fates come out. So that's 4 Destiny cards. You definitely have a Destiny. And you are being tested constantly to see how you will respond to adversity. Again, to increase your wisdom, your intuition, your spiritual strength. This, yes. And it may make you feel isolating, but I feel like it's going to make a shift. You're going to change suits. It's going to... Your suit could be changed. Maybe you thought, again, it was going to be one thing, but it ended up being something else. Maybe, that thing wasn't for you. Maybe it wasn't big enough. Maybe it wasn't bold enough. Maybe it wasn't, what you thought of. And it's going to left you felt like a victim. Like you've been tricked. Like you've been had. But... that's the thing. Are you going to lean into victimhood, or are you going to see it as a success, a victory? It all depends on, what the Spirit is going to do. And you see this beloved's face. It always, catches me that they look so upset at the Spirit and what the Spirit is doing, because it doesn't appear to be their way. Like, you see a lot of abundance, all the leaves. We see the purple for the intuition. They're asking, but they don't like what they're hearing. It's something about what they're hearing, or what has grown, what has come about, that's got them having some sort of intrepidation. But, which one? This one. Yeah. But again, that passion, igniting that passion, growing it, making you deepen. Are you going to dig in, or are you going to run away? Are you going to give up? This one and this one, both of them. Are you going to give up? Are you going to release? Are you going to dead it? Are you going to go into a state of complacency and not move? Or are you going to continue to move? Self-worth is here. Again, maybe something about what you were looking at just wasn't big enough. It wasn't your seat. And maybe this is given the opportunity for what is really and truly to be delivered onto you. What is truly your destiny, the gift. For you to believe it and practice on that belief is the thing. This abundance. Yes. You weren't dreaming big enough. And you're going to discover how to persevere, how to get through it. I saw vanity on the bottom. Forgiveness is here. Seek forgiveness. Forgiveness of self. Forgiveness, forgiveness. Forgive yourself. Because again, that renewal is coming. It's coming. But somehow how your destiny is delivered, again, destiny. How this destiny can be delivered can be a little tricky. The infinite intelligence works in a masterful type of way. It not only grows you because it wants to prosper you, but also as your soul prospers, right? So you may go through hiccups and challenges and swirls, and it may feel a little unstable, and you really have to believe, no matter what is going on, no matter what you see, that your abundance is still destined for thee. It is. And that's how the intelligence balance things out. How we saw it to be fair. There. Base chakra. Dig into your instinct. Anything else? Yes. We get the little tarot. I'm not lost. This right here was justice. Is still sitting here from, we picked up the cards and did a pre-shuffle from last night's reading. We had the Empress. Look, she's right back. I said we had the Empress. We shuffled and she's right back. The Empress is here. You're an Empress. And we see that you are on a spiritual journey. And you're challenged by that. By digging in to what you know, your intellect. Is something about your intellect that has some shadow, something that's not clear, something that it still needs to be developed, something that you may be holding back from. Come on, Sash, you stop now. You knocking my stuff over. You see what I'm saying? Four of Pentacles and the Fool. Maybe you feel like what you want is being held back from you, or you're being held back from creating, because in Five of Wands, for conflict, mental conflict. It's having you hold back. You're holding back from something, and you needed to have all of this enlightened. Your intelligence. Maybe you're too smart in some sort of way, right? You're trying to create, but there's some mental conflict on how you're creating, how you're going to move forward, the potentiality of what you're going to create. And something about this potentiality you're holding back. You're not allowing self, I think, to go further. And you're being called to move forward. Maybe you're rushing. No. You're an Empress and you have the ability to create, but I hear too smart for your own good. Yeah. Whatever it is that you need to make a head over heart decision about, I feel like you ruminate. Like, it just doesn't stop. Round and round and round and round. Mental conflict. And you're causing yourself, I feel, a lot of grief. We see Queen of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles to the Queen of Swords and the Karma Wheel. To the Star in the World. Ace of Swords. Wow. Yeah. High Priestess is peeking out too. You're definitely an Empress or a creative type of energy, and whatever it is that you're trying to create, again, using, your creative energy, digging into that full energy. Like you get the fact that you can take a risk, that you are able to potentiate anything. We saw the fertility cards coming out, earlier, that anything can be manifest. And maybe you just know a lot and you're ruminating. Again, you need to put a dead to that. You need to stop the rumination. It's a part of your transition, a part of your metamorphosis, what you're going through. Just like with Job, that was a part of Job's metamorphosis. It's something about feeling left out. Two of Cups coming together. Again, that's that harmony. Something in that destiny. Something is being aligned. And it may not be, again, I don't feel like it's on your end. I feel like you do have a lot going on in your head and you're overthinking. And your overthinking is causing issues. Yeah, what did I say? You're overthinking. That's anxiety. And it's causing issues. We see Ace of Wands here too. Having issues on whatever it is that you're trying to create. Queen of Pentacles and Six of Swords. That's that moving on. Queen of Pentacles and Six of Swords. Moving on type of energy. But we see some illusions. Like the Hierophant is working behind the scenes, and they're working in an illusionary type of way. Like you don't know what's happening. You can't tell what's happening. And it makes you very anxious. Queen of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. Judgment. Judgment. And we see the Three of Wands having a vision. And then we have the Magician. So, and then behind that is the Seven of Swords. Something that's working really sneaky in the spirit. The Hermit. The Hermit. Five of Cups. So, and then the Ten of Swords. There's a Two of Swords too, like a choice. Whatever this choice was, there's a King of Pentacles that needs to make a choice. And there's the Knight of Swords, that Russian energy. Man, look, okay. So you guys are in Queen of Pentacles energy. Empress, but Queen of Pentacles money, like about your bread. You moved on, and I said that I got to pick all of these up. Y'all gonna be like, to what? And the Justice. Okay. And somebody from your past. Wow. Okay. Seven of Cups is right here, and I'm not pulling no more. I'm not going no deeper. Seven of Cups. Somebody is confused with options, right? It's a lot of options. There's a lot of stuff going on. And this is about the past. Something from the past, either the lovers or a new situation or community. But this is about people from the past. And I feel like it is a person, right? Like two people or something is being aligned. And you guys' energy is kind of like shifting and morphing off of each other, I feel. Right? So, Six of Cups energy, somebody from the past. But it's some justice, some balancing again that's going on. We saw Justice here and had already showed the Justice card here. We have Justice here as well. So something is going on with the balancing. Right? In the angels, the spirit is doing it. They are working to balance something out as you have chosen to move forward. Again, we saw them moving on. Now there's the Six of Swords. Again, moving on from a dark place into the light. We see Queen of Pentacles. Maybe, you are just focused on your money and getting things done. But look what's being brought into you from the spirit, rushing in, moving. We saw the accelerated motion, but this isn't just a message. This is truth. This is action. Something, an action being taken, and I feel like it's behind the scenes, like you can't see it. It's with this King of Pentacles right here. And we saw lovers, we saw harmony. We kept seeing like that come up, and I was feeling like you coming together with self, but I don't feel that's what it is. I feel that you are being aligned to a divine mate, and this King of Pentacles has a choice to make. right? And if they are delaying in their choice making, then it's throwing off the timing. And that's why we have the divine timing waiting game going on. We saw it here and we saw it down here in the spread. Somebody is going to be left out. They're going to be feeling in regret, or this King of Pentacles is somehow feeling regret or some sort of loss. Somebody is feeling a sense of loss, and they're feeling a sense of loss and betrayal with this decision. But this person is being led in a spirit, and I feel like they're being led in a spirit to you, we, and it's being done in a roundabout kind of way. Like, yeah, it's a challenge, like they are sneaking off, or the way that the spirit is working is almost like stealth. You know, the spirit is working very stealthily to bring these two things together. Again, that's the magician working in the spirit, the grand alchemist, the intelligence, mixing this up and brewing it up in a very stealthy, kind of mysterious type of way. Because there is a vision, a grand vision for this thing. And what has been, I believe, ordained, what has been said, we saw with the throat chakra, is the judgment. You just need to hold on and have faith. Stand your ground. Don't move, right? And what has been ordained will come, because that is the judgment. And whatever is the judgment, you be ready to receive it, because what you will receive is going to be more than sufficient to fit need. I feel like it's going to overflow. It's going to be a thing. Again, it's going to be this. Destiny. 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 But everything has to come together. And that's what I saw. Mending. It all has to be mended and woven together. So right now, be flexible. Be flexible and breathe with how this is going to all come together. There is the two. Can you imagine it and hold on to it here and now? And I saw the all things that glitters, but I don't feel like that's an energy. I feel like, you know, sometimes again that rejection can make you have a feeling of grief. Like it didn't come through, it didn't do what I expected it to do, and you feel a kind of way about it. Take all of your feelings to the source, every last one of them. Doesn't matter what it is. Take it all to the spirit, all to the alpha, all to the omega, and give it up. Everything. Like, speak very candidly. Of course, be respectful. Well, you say it how you feel it. It's up to you. But, I mean, when I speak, I do speak with a sense of reverence, right? Because they are the creator of my soul, right? The source of us living. So I give that honor and respect, but I also say what I am feeling very honestly. Like, I'm disappointed. I'm unsure. I am confused. I am struggling to trust. Whatever the case may be, say it and then give it up and wait and listen to what is being told on to you. Because again, it could be a spiritual lesson that is sent to grow you. Grief is not reserved for those who lose someone to physical death. It's not. You can experience grief over pretty much anything. And if you are experiencing grief, then that's something to contend with. It's something to look into, to dig into. Playing hide and seek with grief is easy, but dealing with the pain and change that comes with losing something is difficult. This says losing a loved one, but I don't feel like it's just a loved one. Again, you can have grief over anything, not just losing a physical person. It could be losing what you consider to be the grand opportunity. And if you have lost, or what you think you've lost was the grand opportunity, know that there's something better being lined up for thee. There's something better. There's something better. It's being woven. It's being woven. I am a powerful manifester. I trust, I believe, I receive. Trust. Will you lose trust at the first instance of not getting what you thought you would receive? Will you lose trust, or will you continue to believe? Will you continue to believe? And whatever emotions have come out of the scenario, use them for learning, for growing, for expansion, for a closer connection to the Spirit. Lead by example. Don't react to how others have treated you. Choose who you want to be, and your world will transform. You get to lead by example and trust. You get to choose how you react. Again, are you going to react by, disowning everything and giving everything up? Or are you going to dig in and strengthen and deepen your faith and trust and just know that if that thing did not come through for thee, then the intelligence is doing the thing. It is doing what has been called and what has been decreed. And the intelligence commands all things as it command. And it works in certainty and uncertainty. So when the uncertain presents itself, then we trust. We lean on the breath to stabilize us. And we trust and know that what comes for us is going to be the best for us. Mind your business. Let others do what they want. You can't change anyone. Keep your distance from those who drain you. Again, there are some things or some people in your community that you're communicating with. I feel that may be in your business and you need to work in silence. Work in silence. But also, I feel that that other person is being synchronized too. Like this has a waiting component. It definitely has a divine timing. Appreciate all you have. Let go of how you think your life should be and celebrate all that it is. Needing nothing attracts everything. Let it all go. Forgive yourself. We saw forgiveness right here. Forgiveness. Let it all go. Forgive yourself. Forgive others. Don't let pain, anger, or guilt control you. Don't. Because you might have pain and grief and anger over not receiving what you thought was the great opportunity. But then that will block the real thing that's a part of your destiny. The true milk and honey. Right? So if something was allowed to come in to trick you, to fool you, just know that it came to grow you. To show you what you will do in the face of adversity. right? Will you dig into your faith? Will you lose it? Will you continue to trust? Or will you just give in? Trust the wait. Trust the wait. Trust the wait. Trust it. Everything is going to be okay. Just when the caterpillar thought her life was over, she began to fly. Embrace the uncertainty. Again, the intelligence works in uncertainty and certainty. So embrace the uncertainty. When nothing is certain, anything is possible. We saw transformation. You are transforming. Passion ignited. Increasing your wisdom. Increasing your hope. Increasing your spiritual strength. Being fortified in the spirit. I just heard. Anything else in here, beloved? No. You're unstoppable. You are limitless and you can handle anything. Don't underestimate yourself. Don't underestimate yourself. Maybe you need to dream bigger. You have many unique talents and they are going to be recognized and you will be rewarded. Mirror, as within, so without. Have compassion for yourself and others. Everything is a reflection. When we change, everything changes. This is a part of your metamorphosis too. And again, you are transforming and you're going to be made new. And maybe you don't see all that's what's coming together for you, what is in your destiny, but the source knows. The Alpha has called it and the Omega has decreed it. The intelligence commands all things and can syncopate it how it needs to syncopate it to bring about the desired end. And as the intelligence is moving on the breath, remember that the breath also resides in you. You can also, as above, so below, move with the breath. Come in rhythm and frequency. Allow it to come in and calm thee, to relieve your anxiety, to give you the comfort that you need so that you can rest while the intelligence is syncopating. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Thank you so much for the reading of your words. I appreciate you for giving me the gift, for allowing me to serve in it. Thank you for increasing my strength, my wisdom, my trust, my faith, my hope as we all go through it. I pray this message reaches those who need to hear it and that you resonate and that you take what resonates for you. If it does not, it's not for you. And don't call anything into your life to creating conflict or any other type of ish. But if you, again, you do resonate and you vibe, I pray you subscribe. Come on into the channel. If you care about it, share it out. You know, sharing is caring. And if you want to come back on a daily and get this bell, hit the bell. It's just us sitting around chopping it up. You know, Tears and We Tarot show where testimony unites with tarot. We all go through stuff. And we are all growing. We are all on a spiritual journey. But I do feel this for someone, you know, and I know that I'm not the only one. So it is what it is, you know. You are an empress. And anyone that is creating and looking to the spirit for guidance, again, like that Job syndrome, your things are going to be allowed to come in, to test you, to grow you, to strengthen you, to show you and what it is that you need to do to be ready for what is destined for you. In my hand, the Fool card turned upside down. Like, this is not a blind going about, or maybe you feel like it's just blind and willy-nilly and just chaotic and you don't know what's happening. But again, that's that uncertainty, right? We don't know how the source is working, and we just have to believe, even though things are uncertain. You know, we're not victims to circumstance. We're being prepared to receive what is in our destiny. And that is the wisdom of all things. And sometimes that could be isolating, as again, you're being grown into that wisdom state. You could feel very much isolated and out there. It could make you want to go into a sense of complacency, but don't. Keep moving, because your destiny is here. It is. I mean, I definitely feel like somebody has a gift to give. Otherwise, you know, I mean, but I think all of us do. We each have a gift. We each have a destiny. We each have a calling. And to answer the call and to be in it, to come in, to finish it, to finish what has been started, you're going to have some flexibility with that. I mean, you don't have to do shit. I can't tell you to do a fuck shit thing, right? But it would behoove you to be flexible as the source is working in you and through you. As the source is working in you and through you, it would behoove you to be flexible. Because it's just this, strengthening up your foundation. That's it. Because what the authority has spoken, there's no coming against that, really. And for you to know that in your kingdom space, like to be enlightened and have that enlightened within you and strengthened and really, really solid, that's where you get that spiritual power. I mean, that's the truth. Didn't want me to cover that up. But I feel power may be, you know, it was lacking in some sort of area. It had to. Because this is a lesson in spiritual strength, you know. And the Father, again, has come to strengthen you. Strengthen that foundation. To give you some downloads. To let you know that you are not alone. Help you increase your light. To build up that faith. Have you keep your hope. You know. Time to rest. Because there's some things being cleaned up before you can get to this. That serendipity. Just keep a watch out. Just watch, learn, observe, and you will see. Can you imagine that? Hold on to your imagination. That one thing don't come through, imagine something new. Because this is the waiting game. That's what we said. Spirit said, wait on it. Building up your hope and foundation. The authority says, crown chakra, to strengthen your alliance. And again, it's that waiting game. And I mean, we did just split these cards. So the fact that we split on a place where all of those cards were still there. Spiritual union is also coming into play. It's being aligned. But I feel again that deception and envy. Not necessarily envy, but deception for sure. Because I felt some stealthiness in how this planning is going down. planning. But everything works towards your good. It really does. For the authority, the Father, to bring you that wish fulfillment, it's going to work out for your good. But you got to have a strong foundation so that you can bear it. See if you're ready for it, I feel. Are you ready? Again, will you walk away when things don't go quite your way? Will you throw in the towel? Emotionally withdrawn? Will you pull back? Or will you dig into your hope? What will you do? What will you do? Anything else, brother? No. Any last messages? No. Well, that is all that we have for you guys on this night. It is 6:29:30 when we are filming it. It'll definitely be 6:30:23 by the time it is loaded up and ready to be viewed. But yeah, hold on to the faith. Hold on to your hope. Hold on to your trust in the Spirit. And know that when the Alpha and the Omega speak, they have called it. They have declared it. It's been stamped with a decree that the infinite intelligence that commands can syncopate it to come about it. And it does it with a huge dose of uncertainty. Breathe. It shall be. So mote it is. So mote it be. To the next now. The next now. Yes. We didn't say it, did we? No. We love you. We love you just like we love the source that made us by its infinite intelligence, aka the word, the principal thing, and the breath of life inside the God body. Yes, 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 yes. To the next now, y'all, with your girl IT on Tears of We Twirl Show, where you show enough never know what you're gonna get. Get this. It could be real uncertain. You just got to ride that shit out. Ashe.